It's no secret that we're in the middle of a biodiversity emergency. Nature has declined massively over the last 70 years. We now have less space for nature, with species populations declining and habitats becoming degraded and fragmented. Fortunately, many people want to do the best they can for nature, and here at Wild Oxfordshire, we're here to support you to do that, whoever you are. Working together for nature recovery is essential so that we can support each other and collaborate to achieve a greater impact for our environment and communities. We build relationships with environmentalists across organisations, and our recovery strategies are created in collaboration with key experts and stakeholders. So who are Wild Oxfordshire? We're a group of knowledgeable and experienced scientists, practitioners and communication specialists, with many decades of combined experience working in the conservation sector. However, we're far bigger than the sum of our parts. We work in close partnership with many organisations, charities, community groups, businesses, parish councils, farmers, landowners, local authorities, government bodies and individuals to create effective opportunities for nature recovery. We worked with TVEC and BBOUT to produce the State of Nature report in Oxfordshire. This gives a clear picture of the habitats, landscape and geology of Oxfordshire. But it also sets out the key challenges we need to address. We urgently need to create larger and more connected areas of high quality habitat. We also need more people to take action for nature and the funding to make that happen. Cross-sector partnerships are vital for successful nature recovery because we need everyone to help, and we need to work together at the landscape scale for conservation to be most effective.
Well, there are several catchment partnerships throughout Oxfordshire, and we are very proud to host the Evennoe Catchment Partnership. So the Evennoe catchment is based on the area of land where it rains, the water drains into the Evennoe River, including the Dawn and the Glyme tributaries. And they come together and join the Thames just south of Ensham. The Evennoe Catchment Partnership is a collaboration between about 30 different partner organisations, and they range from government bodies to charities to interested individuals. We are trying to get the Evennoe River back to good ecological status.
Communities have such a key role to play in nature recovery. There are over 100 community groups working across Oxfordshire to bring the wild back into their neighbourhood for the benefit of nature and people. We offer expert ecological and habitat management advice to help these groups have the maximum positive impact for nature.
Every site is different, so it's really important that we have a good understanding of what is there already and what the surroundings are like. It's also important to know how the site sits within the landscape, and the most important thing to know is what does the community want from that site. And you need to have a plan. If you have a management plan for a site, people can coalesce around that. So we help community groups create a management plan. We also help them survey the site for habitats and species, and if needed, we can bring in local experts as well. I often meet the group, meet the parish councillors, we have a walk and talk around the parish, we look at the green spaces, identify opportunities for maybe some relaxed management or maybe some active management. I get to go places and be shown by the people who know them best and love them, and very often they know the site better than they think, and they have a lot more specialist knowledge than they think. But possibly if I see people veering off down the wrong track, it's like, well, maybe, you might reconsider something else, or let's go and look at a different site where they do things slightly differently. Connect groups together who are doing similar things. If you can get people to club together and to exchange ideas and exchange thoughts. It's that thing about realising, in fact, that you're not on your own, that other people are thinking along the same lines. And then every so often you come across somebody who has the solution to the problem that you've been festering over for ages. And if funding is needed, we can help the group identify funding pots.
We also offer community talks and events to help engage with people about the possibilities and options open to them on their patch.
So community ecology, I think, is vital now, and I think more and more people are starting to realise that it's, again, all about connecting communities to nature. So many people want to do the best thing. It's making them aware of what that is and giving them the tools to be able to do that. And then together we can make this much greener, more wild-friendly county that we're all aspiring to achieve.
When you're starting out, it's really hard to know where to seek advice. The internet is full of advice and not all of it is good. And that is why we curate our website really carefully to hold advice from real experts so that you can get the best possible information.
Sometimes action is needed to focus on an individual species which is under particular threat.
We're here this morning in one of the lovely floodplain grasslands beside the River Thames, and in the spring this is where you hear the lovely evocative bubbling call of the curlew, fantastic sound that emanates across the landscape. Curlews currently are regarded as the most sort of pressing conservation priority of all birds in Britain, and here in Oxfordshire we've got a good proportion of the lowland population in England. Nationally, we've lost about half of our curlews over the last 25 years. The Curlew Recovery Project is a partnership initiative and it's facilitated by Wild Oxfordshire. And we've got different organisations leading on the recovery in different parts of the Thames catchment. But by working together, we're able to sort of share knowledge and support each other. So particularly in the Upper Thames here, what we've been able to do is help the curlews by training teams of volunteers to find the nests of the curlews in spring. And once we've found the nest, we can put a temporary electric fence around the nest. Then it's protected for about the month that it takes for the curlews to incubate the eggs, and we're seeing, greatly increased hatching success as a result.
Another example of one of our species projects is the Yellow Wagtail Partnership.
I'm Sophie Cunnington, the Project Officer for the Yellow Wagtail Partnership, and alongside that I'm doing a PhD at the University of Reading in Yellow Wagtail ecology, which will be used to inform the management decisions for our site. We're aiming to restore 4 miles of wetland meadows and pastures along with our partners. At the moment we're in the Lower Farm field. So the project is still relatively new. We have been collecting baseline data for insects. So these are our emergence traps, and with these we're looking at fly productivity. We can take this off and we take that back to the lab, where we then count, identify and measure all the insects that have been collected in this area. And if we do this over the whole field, we can get an idea of how many flies emerge from this field, and we can compare it to other fields and then get an idea of how many birds that might be able to feed. We want to be a demonstration site for other landowners by showing them that these things can work for wildlife and their farming businesses.
There are so many positive projects and partnerships happening across Oxfordshire, all contributing towards nature recovery. And if you want to get involved, you can help by supporting our work and contributing your time, money or land to nature.